We're going to talk about real numbers. First is we're going to illustrate real numbers and its subsets. 2. Arrange real numbers in increasing or decreasing order. And number 3 is represent real-life situation involving real numbers. Real numbers comprise of any number that you can think or use in everyday life. It is the compilation of all types of numbers. Each real number represents a unique number along the number line. On the real number line, a point corresponds for every real number and a real number corresponds for every point. The Venn diagram of a real number. So this is the Venn diagram. This is the diagram that shows you what are the types, the kinds, or what are the real numbers. So first is we have the natural numbers. The natural numbers, these are the numbers that we use in counting. They are also called counting numbers. So they are the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, so on and so forth. So after the natural numbers is included in the whole numbers. Whole numbers are counting numbers including 0. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Kapag kasali na si 0, ang tawag sa kanila is whole numbers. Pero, ang whole numbers, if we're going to include the negative, ang tawag na doon sa kanila are integers. So negative, negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, negative 4, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Those are integers. Again, kapag may negative na, integers na siya. Ang integers are considered rational numbers. Rational numbers are numbers that you can write as a quotient of two numbers except that the denominator should not be equal to 0, or except those fractions whose denominators are equal to 0. So dito, kapag pwede mo siyang gawing decimal as a fraction, they are called rational numbers. It also include negative numbers, negative integers, 0, and positive integers. Kapag hindi sila rational, ang tawag sa kanila are irrational numbers. Irrational numbers are numbers na non-repeating and non-terminating. Ibig sabihin, hindi inuulit at saka hindi rin nagtatapos. Example are pi, square root of 2, square root of 72, and square root of 8 over 23. Because if you're going to solve this, if you going to use calculator, the answer for this one are 1 point something something at hindi yun nagtatapos. Nagtatapos lang siya sa calculator because the calculator has enough space for numbers. So, but actually, hindi yan siya nagtatapos. So, 1.66666, that's actually a rational numbers. Kapag inuulit siya, kahit na hindi siya nagtatapos pero inuulit siya, that's still a rational number. Again, natural numbers are positive 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, so on and so forth. Kapag may 0 na, ang tawag na sa kanila are whole numbers. Example, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Kapag may negative na, they are called integers. Kapag including the fractions and the decimals, they are called the rational. Pero kapag ang decimal hindi nagtatapos, it is only called as irrational numbers. If you combine the rational and irrational, ang tawag sa kanila are real number system. Meron pang mas mataas dito, but we are not going to include that in grade 7. So, those are the subsets of real number system. So now we're going to talk about the real number chart. The real number charts are kapag 0 at saka natural numbers, these are the lowest. Natural numbers are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so on and so forth. So 0 is 0. Kapag i-combine mo yan sila dalawa, ang tawag sa kanila are whole numbers. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Kapag may negative na, negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, ang tawag sa kanila are integers. So negative 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Non-integer rational numbers are yung mga fractions. So 1 half, negative 1 half, negative 1.5, so on and so forth. Kapag i-combine mo yan sa kanila, they are called the rational numbers. Example is negative 1 half, negative 3.6, positive 1, 0, so on and so forth. Irrational numbers are pi. Kasi pi, di ba, is equal to 3.14, 15, that. Tapos, meron din e, or ang square root of 2, square root of 3. These are irrational numbers. If you combine them, they are called the rational numbers. Next, if you're going to arrange them in increasing at saka decreasing, the easiest way to do that one, or it would be easy if you're going to express them all in the same form. Example, arrange the following real numbers in increasing order. Increasing is from the lowest to greatest, so pataas siya. So what you're going to do is you're going to change them all into decimal so that it would be easy. You could change them into fraction, but I think it is easier if it is decimal. So negative 4 is equal to negative 4. Ito decimal na siya, so 5.8. Next, negative 1/2. If you're going to change that into decimal, what you're going to do is divide 1 by 2. Divide mo lang by 1 by 2. 1 divided by 2. So, ang answer niyan is negative 0.5. Next, square root of 50. If you're going to estimate 7.07. So, this is 7.07. You can use calculator for that. So, next, 4 and 2/5. 4, tapos ang 2/5, kunin mo muna ang 2/5. 2/5 is 40 or 0.40. Tapos dagdagan naman na ng 4 sa unahan. So 4.40. Exchange 0.54. Naging 4.40. Next, square root of 36 is 6. Square root of 36 is 6 because 6 times 6 is equal to 36. So we're going to arrange this from the increasing order. Next, kapag negative, kung sino mas malaki, yun siya. Kung kunin mo yung negative, kung sino mas malaki, yun siya ang mas maliit. Kabaliktaran siya sa positive. So, dito, ang pinakamaliit actually is negative 4. Yung pinakamaliit are the negatives. Tapos yung sa mga negative, kung kunin mo yung positive, yung sign, yung mas malaki, yun siya actually ang mas maliit, baliktad. So, next is negative 0.5. Sa mga positive, 5.8, 7.0, 4 at saka 6, ang pinakamaliit si 4, 4.40. So, next is 5.8. Next, si square root of 36. At saka, lastly, is the square root of 50. Sa square root of 50, 36 which is equal to 6. Tapos 7.07 which is square root of 50. So this is negative 1/2 actually. Negative 1/2, or this is negative or positive 4 2/5. So those are how you're going to arrange the real numbers in increasing. Another example is when you're going to arrange them in decreasing order. Ibig sabihin ng decreasing order is yung pababa. So this is an example of arranging them in decreasing order. So 9/7 is, if you're going to solve that, divide 9 by 7 is 1.285. Tapos si negative 4/3 is negative 1.33 dot dot dot. So negative 1.65 is simply negative 1.65. So square root of 2 is 1.41. So negative 1.65, 0 is 0, tapos 3/2 is 1.50. If you're going to divide 3 by 2, 3 divided by 2, arrange them in decreasing order, pababa. So ang pinakamalaki dyan are the positive. Among the positive, sino mas malaki? Si 1.50, which is this 3/2. Sunod na 3/2, si 1.41. So it's square root of 2. Sunod na square root of 2 is 1.28. So 9/7. Sunod niyan is si 0. Kasi negative nang natira, so 0 na. Next, sa mga negative, mas maliit si negative 1.65 kasi kung baliktad, so ang pinakamaliit si 1.65. The square negative 1.65. So, or dito pala si 1.33 is negative 4/3. So that's how you're going to arrange the following numbers in decreasing order. Next is illustrative example number 3. We're going to solve problems or represent problems by real numbers. So the problem is 4 students divide the pizza that they bought after class, represent the part that could be received by each member using real numbers. So one pizza is divided by 4 students. So 1, so each member kukuha siya ng 1 out of 4, which is equal to 1/4. Isa out of 1, 2, 3, 4, so 1/4. So next, in an election for class officers, 11 students declared as winners. There were 60 students in the class to represent the part of officers to the whole class using real numbers. So the part of officers is 11. 11 ang officers to the class, which is 60. So 11/60. So there are many problems involving real numbers that can be solved using the model approach. The following steps are suggested in solving problems. First is read and understand the problem. It is very important that you're going to read and understand the problem because kung hindi nyo naintindihan, hindi nyo siya masasagutan. Next, draw a sketch to visualize the problem. So you're going to draw a sketch para it is easier to understand. Number 3, identify the operations that will be used. Number 4 is answer the questions asked. And number 5 is check the answers if they satisfy all the conditions given in the problem. So there are 60 students in the class. 3/5 of them are girls. How many girls are there? How many boys? So using a diagram, the first step is you're going to read and understand the problem. So if it is easy because there are 60 students in the class, tapos 3/5 sa kanila daw are girls. So how many girls are there? So using a diagram, we have this one whole. Tapos dinivide natin siya sa 5 kasi 3/5. So 5 ang denominator. So ibig sabihin i-divide mo sa 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Tapos 3/5 them are girls. So this is for the girls. Tapos these are for the boys. So next thing we're going to do is we're going to solve for the number of girls. In the solution in the module, what they did is kinuha muna nila yung value ng 1/5. So 1/5 of 60 is equal to 1/5 of 60 is equal to 12. What you're going to do is multiply 1 by 60. So 1 times 60 tapos divide by 5 is equal to 12. So 1 times 60, 60 divided by 5 is equal to 12. Tapos 3 out of 5. So ibig sabihin 3 na 12, 3 na 1/5 or 3/5. Ibig sabihin 1/5 which is equal to 36 ang sa girls. So 3 times 12, tapos 2 lang sa out of 5. So 2 times 12 is equal to 24. Ibig sabihin there are 24 boys. If you're going to add them, the total should be equal to 60. So to check your answer, if you're going to add them, the answer is 60. So another way of solving this one is simply 3/5 i-times nyo lang by 60. Tapos ang 2/5 i-times nyo lang by 60. So 3 times 60 is 180 divided by 5, which equal to 36. Tapos 2 times 60, 120 divided by 5, which is equal to 24. To check your answer, this is 60. So total 60 students and 36 of them are girls and 24 are boys. So that's how you're going to represent problems or real life situations involving real numbers. Thank you.